Hey guys, welcome back to the Happy Wife. I'm so excited for this week's video because it's not a makeup video or a cooking video. It's actually a craft video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make honeycomb shelves. They're super cute and super easy. For these honeycomb shelves, you'll want some popsicle sticks. You don't need 1,000 like I have, but I've made a couple of these before. You'll also want your hot glue gun, and you'll want some hot glue gun stick refill things. You'll also want to pick a paint color or a stain color. I have done them in both. The first honeybee comb shelves that I've done is with a stain. I kind of like it a little bit better than the paint, but in this week's video I use paint and they work the same or just as good, or either way it's fine. It's just whatever you prefer. And also you'll want a paintbrush, obviously, to put your stain or your paint on. For this project I also have my own pattern, and this pattern will also be available to you guys on my website. You can find that down on the link below, or I will put it up right here real quick. Alright, so if you take a look at this pattern, you will see that there's some numbers on them. It's numbered 1, 2, and 3, and then on the other side it's repeated. This is just kind of like a step-by-step thing that you can follow. It helps me a lot. So first things first, I will put 2 popsicle sticks on both of the number 1 ends, and then I'm going to place one little bit of glue on the one side where it says 2, and then I will put a popsicle stick on both of those sides and then repeat it for number 3, and number 3 will go over number 2 and number 1, if that makes sense. And then after that I just repeat these steps until my desired height and width of these shelves. So now that our shelf is at our desired height, I'm going to, I think I'm trying to show you that my nail broke, but you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and take the pattern away, and I am going to start painting our shelf. And I actually didn't end up using the paint that was rolled across the table in the beginning of the video, but I am using this Waverly matte finish no prep acrylic paint in the color Truffle. And I'm just basically going to paint this in every nook and cranny of this shelf. I feel like this is the most tedious part of this craft because there's a lot of nooks and crannies to cover. So I didn't realize my phone quit recording until 2 shelves in. Yeah, my camera stopped recording because I got an emergency alert. There's a lot of wildfires going on out here where I live, and they had an emergency alert go out that there was an evacuation, and so it stopped a long time ago. But when I checked the website to see what was going on and see who was being evacuated, the website wouldn't load. So they might want to fix that if people are trying to get evacuated. Also, I don't really think I have too much to worry about because I live in the middle of a city. So if a fire is burning through a city, we have trouble. But yeah, so I was able to make 2 of these beehive shelves and paint them. And they're not completely painted because I kind of like the undone look, or like the old antique-y kind of look, you know what I mean? That kind of look. But yes, I have 2 of those, and I think what I'm going to do with these, because I debated back and forth over between making 3 of them and putting them in my bathroom and then having them hold like the dryer sheets and the detergent and stuff, because I use like Tide Pods. But they're not big enough. They're more of like a decoration shelf, which I should have known that before because I've already made some of these, but I thought I would try it. So instead, I think I finally decided to put them on the wall where my TV is, just like above our TV. And I found, while I was kind of organizing and cleaning out my office space, I found a lot of this like leftover fake ivory stuff from, I just broke it. But yeah, I found a lot of this stuff from our wedding. We've been married for like 1.5 years now, and I still have a whole bunch of stuff. And while we're on the fact of finding a bunch of stuff from our wedding, I am also going to put the little tea lights that we had at our wedding in these decorative shelves. Because I'm all about putting things to use. Also, mop handle. There. Yeah, I thought it would be cute if we could maybe try and put them like in and out of the little spaces between the popsicle sticks. So yeah, I think what's going to happen now is I'm going to try and put this ivy in these shelves, and then I think I'll also take you into my living room and show you guys how I mount these, because I rent my house and I have a lot of pictures hanging up. As you can see, there's like one right here, and there's actually 5 on this wall that's right here by me, and then there's one behind me as well. I have a lot of decor or like pictures hanging, and so I kind of want to show you guys a trick if you are newly married like my husband and I. We're not even newly married, we've been married for 1.5 years. You know what I mean. If you're renting a house and you kind of want it to look nice, but maybe you're not allowed to put nails in the wall, or you don't want to put nails in the wall like we do. So I can show you kind of like a hack and a trick on how I was able to put all the decorations up in my house. So yeah, so that's what the plan is right now. I promise everything in this room is centered, but for some reason it's not coming out like that on the camera. So here I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to put these, and it's just right above the TV right here, kind of like in between the clock. I have a picture that is actually another wedding present. This video should just be called Braylon using wedding stuff that hasn't been used in 1 year. But I have a picture and it says like Mr. and Mrs. on it. I thought about putting that in there because I don't know where else I would put it. But I don't have a picture of Josh and I to go in it quite yet. But I still might do that and then just get a picture and put it in like tomorrow or something. So yeah, I thought about either doing that or putting like a mirror there. But I feel like a mirror would throw me off because I do work out in this area right here in front of the TV. So I feel like it would throw me off and make me a little self-conscious, like watching myself work out, because I don't really love doing that. Like I want to get my workout done and I want to work and then I want to be done. So I probably will just put the picture up. So let me go get that real quick and kind of center it. Wow, this is not looking... Maybe it's not centered. I don't think the TV is centered. So that's gonna kind of be frustrating. Okay guys, so I'm going to tell you the hack that I use to get pictures up. Because if I turn you around, you'll see that there's like a bunch of stuff up just all over in my living room. But none of them are done up with nails. And this is a good hack if you're renting a place and they don't want you to put nails on like in your walls, this is a really good hack that I like to use. I've used this for years. I used this when I lived in my parents' house because I didn't want to mess with finding a stud and like, you know, putting nails in. Obviously our curtains, we put nails in the walls for that, but we made sure to put them on the windows that already had like nail holes in so that we weren't making the holes ourselves. So what I use to hang stuff on my walls is I use just like some of my sewing pins. And for bigger, heavier pictures, the T-pins will be a little bit better than these just like pinhead ones. You have to be really gentle when you hammer these in because they will bend and break because they are really small. Obviously, it's just a needle. But the little grooves behind the picture will attach to the head right here, just like it would like a nail. And it doesn't, I mean, it'll still leave a mark when you're gone, but it's so small that you can paint over it and you won't be able to see it anymore. So that's my hack. I know it's so incredible and amazing. I'm hoping that the lighting is okay. It probably isn't. My AC is on. It is currently like 100 degrees outside, so I can't film without having it on, so hopefully the audio is fine. And if not, then I'm sorry. So I'm just realizing firsthand that my TV is not in the center of the room, and it's kind of driving me nuts. And I feel like there was a time when my husband said why it's not centered, but look at this. The picture and the decorations are centered, but the TV with it looks absolutely terrible. I almost feel like moving the TV would be more beneficial than like sliding everything over and trying to make that look center. So I think I'm going to try to do that real quick. All right, and here are some pictures of the finished product. I really love how it turns out, and yes, I know there's still a picture of Josh and I in the frame. I'll get to it, so let's make the next challenge, see how long I wait until I get a picture of us in there. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe below and leave a like and a comment, and also check out my website for the pattern for these honey beehive shelves. Thanks guys, and see you in my next video.